Michigan's assistant coach, and today the acting head coach, Phil Martelli. Big Ten Network basketball presented by Jeep. It's Penn State and Michigan from a sold-out Palestra here in Philadelphia. Alongside Stephen Bardo, I'm
class personified, and to allow Phil Martelli to come back and coach in this building where he's had so much success might be a boon for the Wolverines.
It's been about 5 years since Phil Martelli last coached here at the Palestra when he was with St. Joe's. We are underway with Penn State against Michigan, and a missed three from Puff Johnson out of bounds. It will stay with Penn State. When pushes it up for Penn State, dumps it to Hicks for three, and that one rims in and out. Boy, the ghosts are covering the hoop here.
I'll tell you what, both rims seem a little tight here early, but they'll loosen up.
That's a three from Williams and the first basket of the game.
How he looks in the half-court set.
0 for 8 now as Puff Johnson airballs a three. But Michigan hasn't taken advantage here. 3 minutes in, they've only made one basket themselves. Reed tries to go around Wahab and gets two.
I like how
shooting foul, so Michigan will inbound underneath the basket, and they get it back to Reed. McDaniel feeds it down low and off the glass for Kamwa as Michigan's off to a 7-0 start.
Tell you what, Olivier Kamwa has really been scoring the basketball well. You saw the layup, but he's also 7 of 14 from the three in the last 3 games.
Marco Dunn finally gets Penn State on the board. Nearly 4 minutes in and 10 shot attempts before the Nittany Lions get one to drop.
Well, sometimes, Wayne, Penn State's shot selection is questionable. Sometimes you'll see them no passes or one pass early in the shot clock, taking tough looks.
Kamwa hits the small jumper. Doesn't hurt with recruiting here in the Philadelphia area either. Right. A place where Penn State ends up getting a lot of players.
That's exactly right.
There's Kamwa trying to back in, sends it out. McDaniel, long three. It's good for Doug McDaniel. And Michigan a 12-2 start on the Nittany Lions.
I tell you what, Olivier Kamwa is locked in today, buddy. He's scoring the basketball. It's a beautiful feed out of the post to a wide open Doug McDaniel. Michigan, great start here in the Palestra.
Kamwa can hurt you in so many different ways. Does it there by drawing the crowd in, sending it out, and DeMarco Dunn will be at the free throw line. Playing well lately, really surging over his last.
Explode, one of the best looking jumpers in the Big Ten off in time.
So the Nittany Lions forced the shot clock violation. Penn State has forced 16.5 turnovers per game. That's the most in the Big Ten. Michigan has committed the most turnovers in the conference. As
running back at times, he's just trying to get downhill. You don't see guards their size in this type of conference. But these guys, the second and Cheddar, a lot of size.
Williams sheds the defender, puts up the long jumper, and connects.
Terrence Williams has been balling this season. Just playing with great tempo and pace.
Baldwin cuts through and scores. Baldwin Jr.
Across to the guys and getting all his players locked in, but it's a good start for the Wolverines.
Michigan is 6 for 10 from the field. They've made all of their 2-point tries. This is a three from the corner, and it's solid for Trey Jackson.
I'll tell you what, Michigan's done a fantastic job of putting Penn State in rotation. And the Nittany Lions just not able to respond quickly enough to close out on these shooters.
Jackson has struggled from three, but he makes one there, only 15% behind the arc. Clary with the kick out, long three in the corner. And finally one falls for Zach Hicks and Penn State from long range.
Well, Kanye Clary having to do a lot of work. Oh man, that was a nasty screen.
Kamwa in the paint with the 10-foot jumper.
Puff Johnson has got to be more communicative. He's got to be screaming at Kanye that there's a screen coming. There's nothing worse than getting slammed unexpectedly by a screen.
Baldwin with another wiggle to the basket. He's been able to slide through the defense a couple of times.
We'll see with this big lineup that Michigan has on the floor right now, those dribble drives will be available.
Cheddar trying to back his way through. Jackson fakes the three, takes it in! Welcome to the Palestra!
A lot off the bounce. And, when that's not working, though, how do you generate points?
Out to Hicks, a three with Cheddar in his face. Hicks hits his second of the game. Penn State still trailing, but a little closer after the Hicks three.
Oh, Clary missed Wahab on the post.
Trying to get the big guy going. Wahab saves it. Clary grabs it, takes it inside, high off the glass and scores.
Well, that's a great finish and concentration through the contact.
Kamwa steps into a three. It's way off. Burnett dives for it, rolls it to Llewellyn. He goes up with the runner, and Kamwa on the other end with the putback dunk. Grabbing it anyway.
I know this is the way that Penn State plays, Wayne, but when you go 0 passes or 1 pass and a shot, you're not putting any pressure on the Michigan defense.
In the corner, Burnett, that's a three. Namari Burnett puts the Michigan lead back to 10. The struggles continue here early for Kanye Clary. He had been averaging 23 points over his last 6 games. He has just 3 so far in this one. Hicks all over Burnett, but a foul is called. This one's his assistant.
Campaign, but they're elite defensively, so they're going to give themselves an opportunity to win plenty of games in this conference.
We'll have this Penn State team on Wednesday. Ace Baldwin trying to slip by Reed, and he does.
That's hard. Penn State has to work just to get quality looks.
And that game on Wednesday, Penn State Northwestern will be in-state college. That's the only place where Penn State's won a game this year. Trying to win one here at the Palestra after a steal. Kern gets fouled on his way up.
6'4", 6'5", so he can guard multiple positions.
Came from VCU with Mike Rhodes.
So interesting, Michigan's got Doug McDaniel working off the ball right now.
There's Burnett who took it up. Williams on his way to the basket. They're going to count the basket there, plus the foul.
Oh, that was nice.
Hicks sheds the defense, misses the jumper though. Rebound still loose. Nick Kern has it roll off his hands. He keeps it in bounds. So does DeMarco Dunn. Penn State tiptoeing along the sidelines to set up Ace Baldwin for the basket and the foul.
He's been a beneficiary of a couple of loose balls that come his way in a closeout, and his quickness, he's able to take advantage of it. Doug McDaniel's got to be a little bit more aggressive trying to get the basketball.
He had it knocked away by Baldwin, but went right to Reed. Williams baseline jumper, that bounces through.
So those are the situations that you leave open sometimes if you're Penn State. You're trying to scramble. Forced turnover is going to allow some open shots like that.
Fouls on 0.
Dunn had a good look. And that would have got the crowd on their feet for sure.
Perimeter passes. Burnett now takes it in. Steps back with the jumper and connects. Here, get the week started on a good note for Harbaugh and the Wolverines tomorrow.
That's exactly right. Ace Baldwin looking at Owen Short and asking for a travel. Didn't get it.
Hayat got the ball stuck. Oh, where's Will Chamberlain when you need him to pop that ball out?
Julio's been playing well in practice. That's why we're seeing it game time.
Ball after missing the first. Misses the second. And suddenly this potential. He hasn't missed a free throw yet this year.
There you go.
And after missing the
success after really working hard. Kayat has definitely been busting his tail trying to get on the court.
Baldwin on the feed from Kern. And Ace Baldwin overs. They've been the most turnover-prone team in the conference. Penn State hasn't really taken advantage. Kern sheds Kamwa, draws contact, plus the foul on the basket for Nick Kern. Was a starter earlier in the year. He's come off the bench.
Good job by Williams bringing it up via pressure. One of the pressure releases for Michigan, even though he's a wing.
Kern on top of Kamwa, a foul is called. This is the free throw, and Penn State will have a chance for one last score before halftime. Six seconds left for Baldwin. Against Kayat, now 4 seconds. Down low, it's Kern, kicks it out. Three in the corner, hits. Can't get it at the buzzer. That's how the first half ends. Penn State will try again. The only 2 3-pointers from the Nittany Lions in the first half came from Zach Hicks. Wahab got open. The Baldwin pass helps Wahab get 2 points.
Well, Ace Baldwin doing a really good job of getting
Johnson. A couple of big physical players. Baldwin gets through Reed and gets the floater. That's a 6-point game as McDaniel tries to break through the press and gets it into the front court.
So Michigan is a team that runs a ton of offensive sets, and Penn State going to try to use their pressure to keep them out of those sets, kind of disrupt their offensive flow.
Kamwa just goes up with the 15-footer and splashes it.
Mike Rose going to have to make an adjustment. Michigan will continue to go to Kamwa against Puff Johnson if Penn State doesn't make an adjustment.
Clary breezes by, sends it out. Johnson 3, it's good! That's what Penn State's been looking for.
That's right. And those are better looks. When Penn State has a paint touch on their offensive sets, they're 1.2 points per possession.
Another steal. Clary's in the open court. Kanye makes it a 3-point game.
To see his eyes light up when he's talking about his grandfather and how his granddad used to bring him here when he was about 8 years old to watch college basketball.
Reed sends it out to the corner. Williams hit a couple early for Michigan with 13. Wolverines have done well behind the 3-point line really all year. 38%. Second best 3-point shooting team in the conference. Here's Clary for 3.
Kanye Clary is starting to get some rhythm.
The mark, he's been red hot from 3 of late. Making 7 of his last 11, but he misses that. Clary floats it up.
Oh, man. And that wasn't luck, ladies and gentlemen. He meant to go off glass on that one.
Down low, the feed from McDaniel, the basket for Reed, plus the foul. Against Minnesota and a career-high 5 block shot.
What he's developing quite nicely right now.
Reed lost some weight over the summer. He's gotten in good shape. He's becoming one of those typical big centers in the Big Ten. Here's another one, Quotis Wahab, and he gets that one to bounce through.
I'll tell you what.
Got his hand in and slapped the ball away.
Nice job by Terrence Williams. Staying low and playing the rock.
First turnover in the second half for Penn State. Williams now wrestling against Kern. And a foul called. Kern wanted a jump ball, but it's 1961. But they sure did. Majority Penn State wide open. Baldwin from the top. The rim's out. Williams rebounds.
I want to see Doug McDaniel get more aggressively on the offensive end.
Kern got his hand on that. Tried to knock it off. And it's Penn State ball down by 4. Clary off the screen. Knocks down the 3. Penn State's never led at any point. Took them almost 4 minutes to get their first basket of the game. McDaniel just drives around and scores.
Nice job by Doug.
Leo to Palestra. Michigan with a 3-point lead. Both teams could use a win. Turnaround jumper. Williams can't get it. Both have started 1 and 2 in Big Ten play. Baldwin races the floor and draws a foul. That's 15, but today he's 6 for 9, and he drops. That was the head coach there. He makes it a 1-point game. Cheddar down low to Kamwa. A ball bounces around. Penn State ends up with it. Penn State looking for their first lead. The Scranton native O'Boyle out to Dunn. A 3. Penn State on top for the first time. Big second half so far for the Nittany Lions, and Penn State's in front. As Baldwin inbounds to DeMarco Dunn, who gave Penn State the lead with his 3. First time Penn State's been in front. Baldwin with the jumper that falls short. O'Boyle tracks down the rebound. Here's another 3, and DeMarco Dunn connects again. Put them on top. Ball again knocked into the backcourt. McDaniel has to bring it through. Trying to force it inside. Dunn has the steal with Burnett beside him. Lays it in. 29-12 here in the second half. Penn State's already scored more this half than they did in the first.
Let's see, I got to get the ball to Olivier Kamwa if I'm Michigan.
Williams looks that way, and Kamwa scores.
Penn State doesn't have an answer for him one-on-one.
Penn State has erupted here in the second half to take advantage. They've outscored Michigan by 15 since halftime. Shot clock at 5 for Wahab, backing his way inside, and he goes up for the easy deuce.
I'm telling you, Penn State has gotten the ball into Wahab. They understand there's no double team coming, and those are high-quality, easier looks than Penn State was getting in the first half.
6 points, 5 rebounds for Wahab. 3 in the corner. Burnett drops that one to get Michigan closer. Clary anyway, as he goes up over McDaniel, can't get it. Jackson's back in fighting for that rebound.
All right, Wayne, I'm going to ask you something. Did Wahab score last time when he touched the ball?
Yes.
Why didn't he touch the ball that time?
Well, I don't know. Here's a steal. Puff Johnson swims around McDaniel and lays it in.
Better effort on that end of the floor here in the second half.
Wahab is loaded up here in the second half.
They can't stop him, Wayne, and Michigan's not going to double team. So I don't know why you don't wear that matchup out every time.
They're starting to exploit it. Missed 3 from Michigan. And on the rebound, Dunn got ran into.
And get some pressure going, and especially they got some home. You got an advantage. You got a guy that's going well, and he can get some easier buckets.
A lane violation against Penn State. Kamwa tosses up the 3. Michigan trying to do whatever they can, but their looks here in the second half have not been nearly as smooth as the first. And a foul called against Michigan.
Or Penn State's pressure, and a team in
to avoid a 1-3 start to conference play. Michigan talking about that set offense, and we're trying to get settled right here. Daniel drives inside, and a foul on Clary.
Boy, you see how hard they're making McDaniel work, though.
18 a game.
Doug McDaniel had a tough time with.
Here's Kern in the paint, trying to swoop it around Jackson, but couldn't get it to go.
Michigan first time this afternoon going to a little matchup zone.
There's McDaniel. We've seen him hit that running layup a couple times. And Michigan calls a timeout after that one. They've only given up 58 to a pretty high-powered Michigan offense today.
Yeah. First time we've seen the pressure all afternoon by Michigan.
And Baldwin gets that one to thump through.
Wow, but you can't be that out. Just get out of the way. There you go. Let him attack the big.
There he goes. Clary steps back, pops the 3, misses short.
He let him off the hook.
Burnett gets the rebound for Michigan and a foul. Amari Burnett at the line. misses an important free throw. Although 3 minutes to go. Michigan not out of it yet. Williams goes high off the glass and gets two big ones for Michigan. Williams is still down.
On the head. So watch Wahab right there. Shot clock.
Seven on the shot clock. Baldwin slips through and knocks down two more. What a game for Baldwin. 21 points on 8 of 12 shooting. A lot of them around the rim. McDaniel is fouled on his way up.
Set play that time. Will Cheddar. They need to continue it. And they may have to start taking
And the second.
Alarm at the hotel. I don't know, but Michigan just seems a little out of it here in the second half.
McDaniel, or rather Baldwin, unable to get that one to go down.
You've got it, but you got to get downhill. You put pressure on the defense. Maybe get to the free throw line like they did last time and try to convert.
Dunn reached in and fouled Williams. 19 points. Well above his season average and now 19. Penn State with the ball up 7. And they've got a sold-out Palestra behind him.
Well, this is tough for Kamwa. Foot speed-wise, he's at a serious disadvantage against Baldwin.
Baldwin gives it up to Clary, and there's contact with Burnett.
Tell you what, watch that Minnesota team. They are much improved this.
Minnesota more improved in the conference. Nebraska
going to be a headbanger. That's going to be a physical one.
Pretty good physical game here at the Palestra. This old school building treated to a great matchup as Will Cheddar hits the three, and Michigan's not going away yet. It's a 6-point game of regulation, a 6-point lead for Penn State. As Williams quickly fouls DeMarco Dunn. This game will be elongated by some free throws here. Ohio State, and he really hasn't stopped since. He has 13 in this one. As Michigan rebounds after the missed free throw. Burnett goes up with Wahab, and it's out of bounds. It will stay with Michigan. A foul is called before the inbound pass on Puff Johnson. Sort of a gift for Michigan as Cheddar gets one, so it's a 6-point game. And another quick foul by Michigan.
And a good job by Nick Kern getting the, because it's not going to change.
Number 22,
They're just not going to allow Michigan to walk the ball up and score quickly.
Williams puts up the three. Big make for Michigan. Terrence Williams keeps the Wolverines' pulse over the years in this building. And Clary gets fouled by Kamwa with 42 seconds left.
Boy, to think
in the second half in this game.
Basketball, watch Williams on the drag. He's the last one up the floor. Watch him kicking the three. Oh, Dunn's up on him that time.
Squirted out. Burnett tracks it down for Michigan. A lot of time coming off the clock on this possession, and Williams adds 2 to a new career high. Now Baldwin fouled quickly with 25.7 to go.
Put these on the table.
And there's one. And there's 2 big ones for Baldwin. So the lead is 6 again for the Nittany Lions.
Got to take a chance here if you're Michigan. Quick look from three, possibly. Right. Ooh.
Burnett had a possibility there around the screen. McDaniel now drives inside and takes two. So Michigan not gaining as much as they'd like. And now they have to foul. There's only 10 seconds left.
First time we see a slight smile on the face of Mike Rhodes.
The Palestra coaching here for the first time. And he's 11 seconds away from a win. One that Penn State felt was much needed. Burnett had that one blocked. Nick Kern has it. And Penn State comes home to the Palestra. Kern finishes off with an 81-73 final against Michigan.
The officials got to check and see if that dunk counted.
You know, counted in our hearts. That's all that counts. Big hug for Phil Martelli and his son Jimmy. The Martelli family with an important day here, and it's Penn State who gets the win against Michigan. 79-73, they waved off that final dunk. For Stephen Bardo and our entire crew,